Hey, man like Gibbon here. Okay, well, man like Gibbon signing in here. So, you probably know that the creation for God. Well, actually, it's supposedly the newest fruit. However, if you have been paying attention, the barrier fruit is missing. And the suspect being that the creation fruit is the whole new revamped version of barrier. Now, barrier was before, in my opinion, it wasn't. It was so like I'm not trying to badmouth it, but it was just not the best. Like I know that I may have a skewed view of like fruits because I mean I'm a fruit main. I don't know if it's good on both gun or sword. I don't know, so I cannot confirm nor deny if it's better with sword or gun. I only know as a person who used it as a fruit, and honestly, it's not the best. But one thing I can admit, it was kind of fun just hitting people with just a straight up wall. Well, you can't do that anymore, obviously, with creation if you've used it, but if you haven't, well, time for me to show you the moves. So, let's start with something simple. Batarang. You turn into a cannon, then simply enough, you smack them with your bat. Well, okay. I'm skipping a step because you turn into a cannon. You turn into a cannon, and then you fire out the cannon yourself. I don't know how long you can charge this for, but it doesn't change the move exactly. And then you just, once you launch out of the cannon, I assume there's like a check for if there's somebody in front of you, and then, you know. Alright, so, sleight of hand. This has several variations. Simply enough, if you just tap the ability, it will swipe, and if there's anybody within that, like, little, like, swing distance, like, they'll get grabbed by the arc of the sling and then immediately will be like once they're grabbed they will then be slammed into the ground. I assume this breaks observation. Do not quote me on this. I assume it breaks observation. Same as battle apple. Now real quick, I will switch over to have a shorter cooldown on my abilities. Alright, so next is sword box. This is a giant AoE, so I'm going to... Wrong one. Wrong one. Look away. Look away. I must look away. No spoilers, even though I kind of showed it for like half a second. And it should be done. Alright, there we go. Whoops. Anyway, so, sword box. You just hold it. I don't know if you... I mean, you don't have to hold it. I don't think it changes anything if you hold it. So if you just release... Problem is, since I'm at low-level enemies, they just instantly die. But they'll just get hit multiple times. I'm assuming if the initial hit, or the initial, like, grab worked, they'll be forced into taking all the damage. Like, if, okay, say if this guy was a person in PvP. I assume he would be captured right where the square was, and he could not move. Now, I'm gonna be real. I've used this in PvP before I started this video, and this move is very inconsistent. Now, for something that's also inconsistent, here, that's a spoiler move. Yeah, so you could summon giant towers again, but this time in multiple pairs. Well, I guess in a pair of three. Before, it used to be just a line of towers going just that way. That indicator. It was just like from where you were looking. So if I was looking that way, it would just go. But instead, you have now one tower in 3 different lanes. Or, well, 5? I believe it's 5 towers. Yeah, you have 5 towers in each lane. Now, this video would be longer, but I mean, okay, so in the video that will be, uploaded later, the gravity rework, I have to re-record it because, well, my computer is dog garbage. I mean, I could probably swear at this point in the video, but I don't really care to not do it. And, I mean, in the video, I gave Blox like, a set time period of, like, over a week. Or, not over a week, just a week for them to release this, like, the research for creation. And the thing is, they did not make it at all. Like, I mean, I could check right now, but I mean, I don't want to waste your time. It's not out. So, in the video, I said, I'll give Blockshoots a week for them to release the creation research. If not, I will make a quick video on that, basically. Excuse me. In that video, I do not believe I mentioned it, but it's been at least 3 weeks since I attempted to make that video, but my computer is having some issues, so yeah. Regardless, this video is just gonna be a short one because, I mean, creation's not that, like, it's not that crazy. I mean, apart from the things I already shown, like, batter up, it's not that crazy. You just push forward and, like, you tackle an enemy, and then you just hit them with a bat. That's it. Oh, I forgot to mention, in the sleight of hand, but you can also control the hand, but it's only for a limited time. So if I just hold them out like here, I'm still holding down the button, by the way. Eventually, it will just automatically. Yep, there it is. It will just automatically do it for me. And another thing. So, if I do it again, but if I'm pointing at a wall, they will just get... Huh, that's a different animation. They can just get slapped into the wall. But if I do it in the air, they will just get punched into the air and then get launched. Again, because these guys are low levels, they'll just instantly die from my attacks, no matter what stats I put in. And then the last bit of... Well, okay. I'm a little bit of a liar. But this isn't that important. I mean... I guess if you want to be a little bit silly... hold on. I mean... Since it's not allowing you to build in that area, I guess I'll do it here. Or not. Yeah, you can just essentially build. This isn't, I mean, this isn't connected to the traversal. You could just build anything you want exactly. But if you're just, okay, so, to explain the traversal ability more. So, if you're holding F, but standing still, meaning not doing anything else, you will consistently be able to just pull up the build menu on creation. However, if you just, if you hold it, even if you're standing still and then you move, it'll just skip and then go to the traversal version and not the build version. Now, real quick, just if you didn't know, if you're trying to build, do not switch to any of your abilities because they will automatically unequip the hat that allows you to build and will immediately take you out into the regular creation menu. Alright, since that's about it for the creation fruit, I'm gonna real quick just get rid of my garbage. Anyway, so on to the review part of the video. So, with creation, compared to barrier, I do not have conclusive. I do not have exactly a review of it, like before it got reworked, but from memory, I'll say honestly, it was just like a, it was like a 4 out of 10 overall. Like damage, not the best. Well, survivability also not the best. The agility not the best anyway. It anyway, it creation is just an overall improvement because compared to barrier, it is much faster. In for like PvP, that's necessary for fruits to be fast. Only some fruits can get away with being slow, but that's because you have to play into them better. Or like how do I say this? You basically have to build into like figuring out how to make the moves work or making the fruit moves work around your sword and your gun along with your melee. Now for creation, uh I'll I mean, if I'm being honest, it's not that crazy of an improvement. It's not, I mean, it looks cool, but okay, so I did this before, but I don't think creation deserves to be where it is. I mean, I'm glad that they gave barrier some love since I mean, I don't mean that because love's right there, but I'm glad they gave barrier some TLC because I mean, it was so old of a fruit and now there's only one fruit that's still pretty old, but I think you know what that one is. Regardless, uh, creation's difference compared to barrier. I mean, yeah, it is night and day difference, but I mean, in the PvP area, it's not the best. I mean, the only thing I can say is that if I just use all my moves real quick, all of my moves are almost back up immediately. So, I mean, the only thing I can give this is that maybe it can, like, infinite combo somebody, but I mean, it's unlikely if you're going to even get a person who can survive an infinite combo anyway. Like, only a, like, unnerfed version of the V4 Shark shield could, like, survive that, along with the damage reduction from the V3 of Shark. But, excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. Excuse me. Regardless, I mean, I won't be mean, but I'm trying to be like as fair as possible. Like creation, it's better than barrier, but I don't think it warrants the being uh it just I don't think it warrants being like this high in cost with Robux. Like Buddha, I would say is better than creation. Love maybe better than creation. Spider maybe better. I mean, Spider has higher damage than creation, guaranteed. I know that. Sound, I mean, with what sound does, I would say yeah. Phoenix, yes, because it's more team oriented for fruit. Portal, I mean, I know that I'm going further down the list and the stronger the fruits get, kinda. But like with Portal being the gateway into close to the gateway into Mythical, I don't think creation deserves to be as high as it is. I mean, I would be more fair with it if it was like between Quake and Buddha, because I mean, with creation right now, it's like not including the research, which can prove me wrong in the future. I will make another video if I change my mind, but in the current time of May 14th at 6 p.m. EST, I don't think that creation is that great of a block fruit. I mean, it's not like, it's not the end of the world if you get it, but I mean, it's not exactly like, oh my god, I have creation. It's more like, oh, creation. Like, similar to how if you rolled a quake, you wouldn't be, oh my god, a quake. I mean, quake is one of the most. It's like in the same level of very common because of how low it is, and also like it. I mean, yeah, it's a legendary, but it's the only. It's just not the greatest legendary, which is a little bit silly. Moving on. So when it to actually do the rankings, so I believe my rankings are power, agility, defense, and well, defense, aka survivability, and utility. Creation. For power, I would say a 6 out of 10. Reminder. Uh, a 10 out of 10 for power would be like magma level, which I doubt any fruit will get that close to. But I'll say again, I believe a 6 out of 10 would be fair enough, because it's not very high damage, but it's not low damage. For uh, agility, I mean, it's kind of fast, but also not kind of fast. I mean, some fruit abilities come out faster, like they have fewer frames of. I hate that I'm saying this because I don't play fighting games, but it has less frames of like activation basically. It comes out the fruit abilities come out a little bit later than I would like them to, and thus they're too slow. To cut it short, they're too slow compared to other fruit abilities, which can hinder itself in both PvP and PvE, because you might accidentally, or not accidentally, you might get hit by a like an NPC or a person, but like if you tried to do the same, like say if you tried to do a trade-off attack, you might not get your move off, but they will, which is, I would say, problematic. Let me turn that off because that's getting on my nerves. All right, so for survivability, uh, well, again, because it doesn't hinder your survivability, I would say maybe 6 as well. Because the only thing I could say that it like helps with survivability is this. I mean, if you just don't hit anybody, it does work as a just like a free dash or free like getaway. Um, in a previous video, I used Flame's F move to like dash about. That's what I would consider part of like Flame survivability. But another part of survivability I would like to like say is for something to like have survivability, it needs to either give you like damage reduction, or it should either give you like if something has high offense, I mean, good offense is a good defense, because I mean, if you put pressure on someone, they can't attack you, meaning you don't have to defend as much. So, but with creation, it doesn't really have the offense. Actually, I would like to change my answer. I just remembered. I would like to say it has a survivability of at least probably an 8. My point being, you can just constantly do this. No one can hit this apart from a scripter. No one in the actual, like, in all of PvP can hit that. Mostly because excuse me, the teleports are so inconsistent of where you go, they're not even dependent on, like, the tower. If you literally go into the same tower, if I go into this one right here, if I try to go to that one, came out of that, I came out of this one, which is right next to that one. I went in the same way, and I came out of a different tower. No one can predict where you're teleporting. So I would say survivability when it comes to like dodging, 8. Like 8 out of 10. Maybe even a 9. But that I would say is mainly for PvP, because PvE you get hit by a lot more AoEs than you get hit by like direct attacks. Now, for agility, I would also say a 8, because, again, I think this speaks for itself. Along with that, you also get a free boost. And, another thing, uh, you could just... How's that playing? Okay, that's weird. If you just dash while you're on a ramp, you can literally just keep going up and up and up. And would you look at that? I'm already that far away from uh, the Marine camp starter. So for agility, I would say, again, an 8. So, for... Excuse me. For a grand total of, I would believe, that's, like, averaging out as a 7 out of 10, I mean... Personally, I would give it lower, but, I mean, it's not... It's not the worst for... If you had it, I would say maybe try and get something better, which for a lot of fruits, I would say the same. But I mean, with creation being like the rework of barrier, I mean, I wish there was a better way they went about this. Cause I mean, okay, yeah, I guess it is quote unquote creative to make that a a whole like cage that is meant to literally stab you to death, basically. But I mean, uh, I don't really find that like all that amazing. Like I know that like this is meant I feel like this is like the I guess basically like the chop rework of this update, but I mean it's not that bad. It's not horrible, but I mean it's not great either. It's just alright, I would say. So overall I would rate it like a 7 out of 10, but personally I'd give it like a 5. Just middle of the road. It's not amazing for PvP. It's not great for PvE either. Until they release the research for it, I I don't think I'll change my opinion on it. It's only a 5 out of 10 compared to other fruits that are much better than it. Like this fruit does not like it's not even a master of all trade or excuse me. It's not a jack of all trades, master of none. It's basically just a jack of no trades and a master of nothing. It doesn't like for a legendary, it doesn't have any like oomph to it. Like, okay, Quake, it is all damage. Buddha, you get survivability with 50% damage reduction, and you have big like all your attacks are AoE, which is amazing. Love, you get basically a free flight and you're able to summon a person. So I guess that love's in its own category. Spider, you do a lot of damage as well. The only problem is that I feel like it's a little slow, which might bring it down a little bit, but it's not that problematic. For sound, you can literally buff yourself to have more speed and give yourself some extra damage reduction if you keep up the tempo of the tempo meter. For Phoenix, it is the best support fruit when it comes to making sure your team does not die. If you're in a team, I guess. For Portal, I mean, it speaks for itself. Rumble, it is also able to speak for itself. Uh, Pain, I'm not going to talk about that. For Blizzard, it has massive AoEs. Like, I just don't think that, uh, I just don't think that creation is able to explain its reason for being in the legendary category. I mean, is it flashing? Yeah, I think it could be flashy, but does it like show why like it doesn't really show for itself why it deserves to be a legendary. I don't think it does, but I mean, I'm just glad that barrier is not garbage anymore. But nah, I'm just trash talking barrier at that point. I am kind of going into trash talking creation. I would prefer if they went a different route with this, but I mean, right now it's fine. So that's about it. And I will sign off in a sec, but real quick, I will get to gravity again. I'll just have to sadly eat another gravity fruit to re-record the video. But with creation where it's at right now, it's not the best. All right, it's a 5 out of 10. In my opinion, I would not grab this fruit if I was able to pick between two different fruits, like a random fruit from any category versus just a flat out creation fruit. I'll take the randomness of potentially getting a better fruit over just a flat out creation fruit. But that's just me personally. I mean, someone else might like this more than me. I don't think it's that great of a fruit, but that's about it. So, next video, I will be making a video on creation, or excuse me, I will be making a video on gravity, and I will fix the problem. All right, so this is Man Like Gibbon signing off.